I am Jason Abraham, the Shadow Teacher 33, and still making my way through this epic book, Reality Transurfing, which highly resonates with me. The principles in this book are all about manifestation, which is the practical application of quantum science. Quantum science, we're dealing with the realm of the mind, dealing with the realm that the subject and what is being observed, the subject and object, are interrelated, and the subject influences what is reflected back in the object. And one of the key principles in manifestation is letting go. One of the hardest things to do, letting go, releasing expectation. And this book says two of the biggest obstacles of achieving our desires are one, letting go, and the other being the limitations of our rational mind. See, our rational mind works in boxes and patterns that we've learned, patterns that we have seen plenty of evidence of, so we believe that the world works in this reductionist manner. And I was having this conversation on a date the other night. I was going out on a date, and the person I was sharing my evening with came from a belief system of atheism, scientific reductionism, and rationalism. And I shared an event in my life that existed outside of her paradigm of beliefs. That event was a UFO sighting and contact experience that I had. And she didn't believe me. I showed her some videos, and there was always a rationalization of why these videos weren't real, or why whatever I was seeing or perceiving could be something else. Always a rationalization. But as we got talking more, I asked, are there not other experiences in your life that you've experienced that exist beyond the boxes and limitations and molds of rationalization that you're claiming is the be-all, end-all of existence? Have you ever experienced a synchronicity, a time when you may have thought of something or someone, and then just like that, it shows up in your reality? And she said, yeah, that actually, it's funny you say that, I had an experience just last week. And so the more I got her talking, the more I got her thinking and opening up, she was able to see all kinds of phenomena in her life that existed beyond the boxes of rationalization that she perceived that was all that is. And again, one of our biggest obstacles in manifestation is our own ego. Like our ego essentially is the driving force of desire, but it's also what gets in the way, because it wants to control. It wants to control the magic of the outside world and do things in its own way, where real manifestation is co-creation. It's a process where we have our creative input and our creative action, our creative desires, but we're interacting with all kinds of forces and energies. We're acting with the energies of other people. We're co-creating with a big collective energy and energy beyond that. And so when we try to control everything in our small, finite point, the finite point of our ego, then we get in the way. And our ego, once again, it's there to keep us alive. And so it does this by control. It attempts to control us. It attempts to control everything around us. And through hyper-rationalization and holding on to things, saying things must be this way, I need to have this, and it needs to come out this way, That is how the ego attempts to control an outcome and thinks it's doing this for our own good. But the truth of the matter is it is simply getting in the way. It's getting in the way of the divine process. It's getting in the way of the act of co-creation, where our intent and our heart's desire truly is going to be expressed out in the world. Because, again, our heart's desire is playing out with these other energies. Some say, again, one of the big elements of manifestation is timing, is the right time. And that is because all these other energies are at play in the world that we live in, where time is a factor. So, the better we get at understanding this process, and the better we get at letting go, which is really fucking hard to do. Letting go and knowing that there is more out there beyond what our finite experience is at this point, then the better we get at manifesting significant desires, significant intentions in our life. We just have to get out of the fucking way. So with that being said, I'm going to end this transmission. Be strong, be well, and I'll see you on the other side.